All right, so I have 9 p.m. EST on my end here. We're going to go ahead and get started. I do want to thank you guys all again for joining us tonight. My name's Matt Bolin. I'm the affiliate manager for Mobe, and we'll kick this off here in just a minute. There's just a couple quick things I wanted to mention first. Number one, thank the person that sent you here today or tonight, wherever you are in the world. We're really in for a treat, and we're going to get access to some information that people have paid hundreds and even sometimes thousands of dollars to go ahead and acquire. Now, if you're here on this call tonight, then you already know that we have Michelle and Bill Pescosolido joining us. And on the registration page for this call, I had mentioned that they had made over $516,000 in Mobe commissions, and that was in just about the last year or so. And that was as of a few days ago when I had created the page, and as of a few hours ago, they were actually up over $518,000 in Mobe commissions alone. Now, of course, they've had success with other products and companies as well, and I've had a lot of other extremely profitable Facebook marketing campaigns, and that's one of the best things about Facebook marketing really is the diversity of your potential audience and the ability that that gives you to promote such a wide variety of offers. So, once you know everything that it takes to really create and maintain highly optimized Facebook campaigns, it opens a lot of doors for you, and it's really a huge asset for your business moving forward. So, tonight we're going to get the chance to have the behind-the-scenes look into some of the exact same campaigns that Michelle and Bill have used in their Facebook marketing. So if you guys think that sounds good, go ahead and tell me in the chat box if you're excited. Tell me what you think, because there really aren't that many other people, even on this planet, that are more qualified to teach Facebook marketing. Really, the depth of Michelle and Bill's knowledge and campaign experience is really immeasurable. So, we're in for a treat. Let me just see what you guys think here in the chat box. Yeah, it looks like you guys are pretty excited. This sounds awesome. Very exciting. We're ready. Yes, please. It sounds great. Let's get started. Looking forward. Can't wait. Psyched for this. Fantastic. Yeah, definitely. You can see that you guys are pretty excited. So that's good, because, Michelle and Bill are going to share some of the same strategies that have helped them to generate that over $500,000 in Mobe commissions. And they're going to do it tonight for us absolutely free. But there's just one thing that they ask in return, and that's that we actually take advantage of this opportunity, spend this time wisely, and pay attention to what they're going to offer. And I think that's pretty fair. So go ahead and close your door, turn off your TV, put your phone down, turn the ringer off, do whatever you have to do in order to minimize the distractions and pay attention. I think that's pretty fair. So, all right, you guys sound pretty excited. I think we're ready to go ahead and get this kicked off. Without further ado, Michelle and Bill, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and I'll turn this over to you guys to go ahead and get us started.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Matt. We appreciate that wonderful introduction, and we're very excited to be here. I know that there's a lot of people here tonight. As you mentioned, there was probably close to 2,000 people that registered. There's only 1,000 spots on this webinar, so obviously if you are here right now, you're on this webinar, you're ready to learn some Facebook marketing, you're ready to learn about what we've done to generate leads, and obviously you're a serious entrepreneur, serious about your business, and we are thrilled that you're here, and we're very excited for the training tonight. And before we dive into this, I just want to double check. You never know with technology and the internet, but if you could, in the chat box, if you could just raise your hand if you can hear me, okay, right now, if you can hear my voice, if you could just raise your hand. And Matt, if you could just verify that everyone can hear us, please, that'd be awesome.
Yep, absolutely. I can hear you okay on my end, too. And looks like, yep.
And then next thing, real quick, because I know that we were on a webinar recently where this happened, so everyone put your hands down. I set another question. Again, better safe than sorry. If you can see our presentation, so right now you should be able to see how we took a high-converting offer and made over $500,000 in 9 months using Facebook. If you can see that slide, please raise your hands and confirm that. And once again, Matt, if you could confirm that they can see that.
A lot of yeses in the chat box. Yep.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you, everyone. You can put your hands down. You can stop saying yes. You can now definitely, I would recommend, highly recommend that you grab a pen and a notebook because you're going to want to take some notes tonight, because what we are going to share with you, my wife, my wonderful, beautiful wife who just turned 35 years old yesterday. It was her birthday yesterday.
That's funny.
I'm not actually sure.
Thank you.
I'm not 100% sure how old she is. She tells me a different age every single year it's her birthday, so I don't even know personally. Maybe she's 28, maybe she's 35. I'm not sure. But we're very excited to be here, and what we're going to talk with you about really is how we took a high converting offer and how we made over $500,000 in 9 months using Facebook. And we're going to basically talk about some of the different ads that we use. We're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of Facebook, and we're going to share with you basically what you need to know to start generating leads. Obviously, there's a system that we use as well to do this, and at the end, we'll have a very brief Q&A session to answer a couple of questions that you have, and then Matt will take over.
And here's the cool thing about this, by the way. Hello, this is Michelle. A lot of people might look at us, for those of you that already know this, and you say, oh, well, of course they did great on Facebook with this offer because they have a big list. They have the presence. They have a brand out there. They've got those relationships already built. Well, what I want to tell you tonight is we've got several students that work with us right now that are brand spanking new online. And they have taken these strategies that we're going to show you tonight, and they have started generating leads. We've got one a couple actually. They're students of ours. We like to call them partners also. I hate the word student necessarily, but they've duplicated exactly what we've done, and they're generating over 50 leads a day. So if you have the right offer and you take the strategies that we're going to show you tonight, you can have success too. So I wanted to kind of debunk that myth right out the gate there, and I don't want everybody to think, oh, well, you guys had everything in place. Also remember when we first started out, we started out with no fans, on our Facebook fan page. We started out with no list. We started out, not having any skill sets whatsoever. We didn't go to Facebook college. We didn't get our PhD at some technical school that teaches Facebook. We knew nothing about this. We just got in and did and took action and learned how to build our business online with Facebook, and that's what we're going to share with you tonight. So it's important to realize that. I don't want you to think, oh, well, they already have all this in place. That's why they're successful. The reason why it's kind of two parts. The reason why we have been so successful, and even being brand new, one of the biggest things that helped out is always having an offer that converts. And there's definitely a method behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the very first slide here, and because a lot of you probably know this, if you have already tried Facebook ads, you either have gotten shut down or you're getting your ads disapproved and you're wondering why. So let's just kind of cover that tonight to get started. One of the common reasons why your ads might get disapproved, and these are probably the majority of the reasons that we see when people contact us, but when you're creating a Facebook ad and you're inserting an image in that ad, if you have text in that image that takes up more than 20% of the image space, Facebook is going to disapprove that. And a lot of people will get that notice and they're thinking, okay, I know why my ads are disapproved, Michelle. Facebook tells me that. Well, they aren't real clear on where you can, place these ads. So you can have text in your image on the right-hand side of Facebook, and I'm going to show you those different placements in a moment here or later on in this presentation. So if I'm saying a few words that might be foreign to you, stick with me. Hopefully I'll get all of them covered and it'll all make sense at the end, so definitely pay close attention. But the 20% text rule really only applies in the newsfeed. So if you're running ads in the newsfeed of a mobile device or a desktop newsfeed, the newsfeed of a desktop, then obviously they're going to disapprove your ads. Exaggerated claims. Oftentimes when we have high converting offers or offers out there with a really good landing page that has compelling copy on it or an irresistible offer, while that's okay to have those pages, they convert really well and it's great copy. On Facebook, it's a different ball game. You cannot have these exaggerated claims, claiming that you're going to make, $10,000 in 30 days, or you're going to generate 100 leads in 2 weeks. So exaggerated claims, what you have to do is take yourself out of your own shoes. While you may look at your landing page and go, no, this is legit. You've got to take yourself out of those shoes put yourself in the cubicle of Facebook, somebody in the office there, a guy working back there, and is he going to really view this as an exaggerated claim? I'll never forget the time when Bill and I were just starting out, and I think our capture page said, you know, mom of two builds a six-figure business online in just 6 months. Now, that was legit. It was real. That really happened to us. But I'll never forget my aunt emailing me after I showed her this capture page of what we were doing. She said, that sounds kind of scammy. And it just kind of hurt my feelings. I was like, no, it's true. It's really true. So you really have to do that, and we're going to talk about how you get around that.
And imagine if Michelle's aunt thought that it was kind of scammy, imagine what the Facebook person who's in charge of monitoring the ads coming through and approving them, imagine what they're going to think.
Yes, exactly. So they'll disapprove your ads for things like that. Fan page not in compliance. So a lot of the strategies we're going to show you tonight, if not all of them, you're going to need a Facebook fan page. In the past, you could run ads and it not be attached to your fan page, but you really have to, if you want to run ads in the news feed of a mobile device or a desktop computer, you have to have a fan page, and guess what? Facebook is actually looking at your fan page. So oftentimes people will get their ads disapproved, and it'll say, oh, you're promoting a get-rich-quick scheme, MLM, home-based business, but you're looking at your ad and you're going, no, I'm not. I'm promoting a blog post. And it turns out that your fan page is not in compliance, and they're not very, Facebook's description of why you get disapproved is not that specific. So you want to make sure some things are in place on your fan page, and I'll talk about that in a moment too. Using trademark names such as Facebook, this is a big struggle oftentimes for Bill and I, but we've been able to get around it because we do teach Facebook. So oftentimes we are promoting or creating ads based around Facebook trainings or opting into a Facebook cheat sheet or checklist, which, by the way, we're going to give you a link to that cheat sheet later on. So it's tough. You can't use the thumbs up symbol. You can't use the Facebook name. Anything that they give you a list of what they've have trademarked. And again, I want to, warn you a little bit here and understand that you're going to see people violate this, and you're going to see ads running all the time, and you're going to be like, well, he got that approved. How's that happening? You just have to ignore that stuff and understand that they have manual reviewers that will come in and eventually shut those accounts down. Just play by the rules. It's so important that you do that. As I said earlier, this is probably the biggest one. We get these emails from people all the time that say they disapproved my ad because of this. Again, there are ways around this, and we're going to talk about that tonight. They just don't like MLMs or get-rich-quick schemes. A lot of us, probably a lot of you are on this call, could be in a home-based business, and you're promoting systems, or maybe you're promoting an MLM product, or you're promoting a way to, software program or something that's going to help home-based business owners, get to that next level. Oftentimes, if it's going to make that person money, Facebook's going to look at that also and deny your ads. So when I mentioned compliance, this is another area, landing page not in compliance. So if you have pop-ups on your landing page, you're going to get denied. Unrealistic guarantees, that kind of goes back to the exaggerated claims. Web of trust. There's a lot of websites out there. So for those of you that are, internet marketers, this is a site you can go to check if the site you are promoting is actually on this Web of Trust site. And you could sometimes, I don't know the process of this exactly, but at least you're going to know why your ad was disapproved. I know there's a lot of companies out there whose links we can't put on Facebook, but guess what? We're part of some of those companies, and we're still able to get around it and build a successful business. So don't get discouraged by that. There are ways around that, and we're going to discuss that. Another reason is congruency. Facebook is looking at your ads, looking at the copy of it, clicking on it, going to the landing page or going to whatever it is you're promoting, and they're making sure that it's congruent, that you are actually advertising what's on that page. And not only that, they're digging deeper. They're actually going past that landing page now. So just be aware of that. I mean, Facebook is really cracking down, and they're getting smart about this, and they're trying to weed out all the people that are inexperienced marketers and they're not educating themselves, and that's why we're going to help you tonight. But also the people who are spamming, okay? So, and that's part of the reason why a lot of these links get banned on Facebook, is because, quite frankly, there are marketers out there that just ruin it for us. They're going out there, and maybe let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just don't know any better, but they're going out and spamming like 100 groups a day or they're spamming their personal page and people are marking these links as spam, or they're marking them as, I don't want to see this post, it's annoying, hide everything from this person, okay? That goes against you, and you need to remember that when you're creating ads, that if you are, you know, intruding on someone's newsfeed and they don't like seeing you there, they can actually mark your post or your ad as spam, and that's like a tick, a point against you with Facebook, all right? And then we're going to talk about the importance of building your audience so you don't run into those problems a little bit further down the road here. So if you ever have an issue, there is a way to contact Facebook. Right there, you can go to facebook.com/business/resources. It's really gotten so much better when it comes to understanding Facebook's rules, their guidelines, what they expect, how to do things in Facebook ads. Nowadays, there will be an account manager that will actually talk to you via email. If you just go to that site, you can even contact them via email, and they're real good at responding within 24 hours typically. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you. So let's go ahead and dive in. I want everybody to be aware of the different types of ads that are out there and understand that we're not going to talk about all of them because that's not what we're using in our business, but I want you to be aware of them. Now, Facebook has now gone to what's called objective-based advertising. So what that means is the type of ad that you decide that you want to create, there is a specific category of a type of ad that you want to choose, okay? So if you're in your Facebook Ad Manager back office and you were to click on create an ad or create a campaign, you would see a bunch of different options, and I'm going to scroll through these. Now, again, if we want to get clicks to our website, meaning we want to send people to a website that we're promoting, then you're going to choose a clicks to website ad. Again, that is your objective. So if you're wanting to get likes on your fan page, obviously you don't want to choose this, because when you get into the bidding process of choosing the type of bidding that you want to use in your ad, it's already going to be optimized for this particular action, which is a clicks to website. Facebook's going to optimize this ad, if this is what you choose, to get you more clicks to your website, okay? And what's great about this type of ad, and I will show you an example in a little bit, there are call to action buttons on here, which is really great. So when you create these ads, in the image or below the image, you'll see learn more, sign up now, book now, download now. They got some really great call to action buttons. The next one is website conversion ads. So if you're looking to increase conversions on your website, meaning you want to get more leads, all right? You want to get more people to the checkout page. You want to get people to buy, all right? You can choose the particular type of conversion you want in this ad, this type of ad, and Facebook will optimize your ad for that particular objective. So what we use this is we want to get leads. So we choose a website conversion ad, we install a pixel on our website, and then Facebook will go out there after we create this ad and optimize this ad for leads, meaning we want leads on our page. The next one is page post. Similar to, a lot of you may have heard this, boost your post. All this simply is to get more engagement, more likes, comments, and shares. I don't recommend that you use a page post engagement ad to get yourself leads, because Facebook is going to optimize this ad to get you likes, comments, and shares, which means Facebook is going out there and showing this to an audience that you have chosen, but to that audience of people who are more likely to like your page or like your post, comment on it, or share it. That doesn't mean these are people who are likely to actually opt in to whatever it is you're promoting. Page likes are a really big part of our business. You're going to promote your page here to get page likes. And again, objective-based advertising. If you create a page, a likes ad, Facebook's going to go out there, show your ad to people who are more likely to like your fan page. So it's a way for you to connect with more people. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this, but this app installs, you'll see that option in your ad manager. This is if you were to have an app, like you created something like Angry Birds and you want to get more downloads, you would choose this ad. App engagement, again, if you came up with words with friends and you want to create more engagement on your app, you would choose this ad to advertise your app. Offers and claims, what this is basically here is if you have a course or if you have a special offer that you've got going on, you can create an offer or claim. offer 10% off, $20 off. You would create this ad if you want to get it in front of an audience, and Facebook will optimize your ad, your offer to get more claims. Finally, local awareness. Actually, I think there may be one more, but local awareness is to reach people near your business. So, this might be great for people who have a brick and mortar business, or if they're trying to get local awareness on an event that they're hosting in their area, they would create this type of ad. And then finally, event responses. This is a great one to use for those of you that maybe have regular webinars and you want to promote those. You would create an event and then go into your ad manager and create an ad around this event in the event responses option, and Facebook would go out there and show this ad and optimize it so you'll get more responses to your event. So it's a really good example, of what you could do. So those are basically all the different types of ads that you can choose from. And so now we're going to go into what we are using. Oh, there's one more. Sorry about that. Video views. This one's a little deceiving. When most people upload videos to Facebook, and what's great is Bill's going to actually go over the three-step formula on how to really create a good video. But people think that, oh, let me just upload a video to Facebook. By the way, that's what you should be doing. Not pasting it from YouTube, but upload your video straight to Facebook on your fan page. And if you create an ad around this and you choose video views, all you're doing is you are getting more people to view your video. So your ad is going to be optimized to go out there and get more people to view your video. If we upload a video to Facebook, which we'll show you an example in a minute, what we're doing typically is website conversion ads or page post engagement ads, because again, video views is going to be very different. It's just only about you getting views on your video. So two places I want you to be aware of. This is the back office of one of our ad managers. And as you can see, I've got a red arrow pointing to conversion tracking. That's going to be a really important area that you need to make sure that you get comfortable with and you understand how to work that. I would just get back there and just, follow the instructions. It's really self-explanatory, but you're going to want to create some conversion tracking pixels. So remember earlier I talked about website conversion ads. You're going to have to create what's called a tracking pixel. So if you create a lead tracking pixel in that section where the red arrow is pointed, you would install that pixel on your website and then promote that ad, and then that way you'll start getting your ad optimized to get you more leads, all right? And then you can track how many leads you're getting, and we're going to show you an example of that in a moment too. And then there's audiences. We love doing audiences too. This is great for retargeting. So you can place a pixel maybe on your blog. Maybe you get a lot of traffic to your blog. And what you can do is Facebook will build up an audience of all the visitors to your blog, and then you can create another ad and target that audience. So that's a really great option. I want to encourage all of you to go in and look at those two sections. It's definitely a lot more advanced. We wouldn't have enough time to go through how to do all that, but I want you to be aware that that is available. So here are the ads that we use. Now I know we talked about 3, but we really added in a 4th one in here because after I went back and really looked at our ads, we kind of flipped between the page post engagement ad and the clicks to website ad. So the very first ad that we always use is called a likes ad. We have built a fan base of over 70,000 fans. The reason why that we have done that is because we want to already target the fans, target our audience who already know us, okay? So they've clicked like on our fan page because of our ad that we created. We went out there and we targeted an audience that we felt would, would be somebody who would like our fan page. So, for example, we might create a likes ad and go target all the people that like social media, which would make sense since we train people on Facebook. If there's an audience that likes social media, they might actually like our fan page also. So your goal here is to always have a likes ad running because you want to build your fan base quickly, because you want to be able to target that audience on your fan page. That's the first thing that you want to really work on, because if you start targeting all the people that like, say, Tony Robbins, you're going to find, or Frank Kern, you're going to find that your ad's going to get a lot of negative feedback because people are starting to get annoyed by all the noise in their news feed. They're starting to mark things as spam, and they don't want to see it. They're hiding all the posts. So if you've built up a really good, solid fan base of followers who like what you're posting on your page, it's a lot easier to create ads and target your own fans, okay? Next one is website conversion ads, page post engagement ads, and clicks to website ads. So we're going to go into more detail now on those types of ads. Before I do that, I want everybody to be aware of the placement. When you create a Facebook ad, you can create an ad that shows up on the right-hand side of Facebook. If you go into Facebook, you'll notice that there's ads over there. So those advertisers are placing those ads in that section. Sometimes you're scrolling through your desktop Facebook and you're using your laptop computer or your desktop computer, you'll see ads in your newsfeed. It'll say sponsored right below their name. You know that's an ad. And then also in the mobile newsfeed. Now, one of the things that I would say that gives Bill and I an advantage over a lot of marketers out there is we are very, very good and very skilled at like split testing, all right? So we may not create an ad, or like if we go out there and create an ad, we're not going to throw that one ad up in all 3 places because they're going to all perform differently. So we want to know where is it performing better so we can either pause one ad or put more money into another ad. So placement is important, and it's something you should always be split testing when you're creating ads. So one of the first things that you need to have to get started, and what we did is you create a fan page. There are guidelines around the fan page, what you can and can't do. I want to encourage you to check out that link. If you lose this link, you can always Google, Facebook fan page guidelines. I'm sure it'll be the first thing to show up in Google. But it's important to have a really good cover photo on your fan page. You need to have your profile image on there. Fill out your About Me section, all right? Again, be very careful of the link that you put in your About Me section. I don't recommend you putting your offers in there necessarily. You're better off putting your blog URL there or your another social media profile there. Just be careful what you put in that About Me section because that's what Facebook looks at. And then the vanity URL. So, for example, ours is, well, we have a couple of fan pages, but facebook.com/ Michelle Pescosolido. A vanity URL gives you that name after facebook.com/. So if you don't have that, it's going to say, facebook.com/ number 56789234, and that's tough, when you're sharing that. And when that rolls off of your lips, you're going to have a hard time probably remembering all those numbers. So always claim your vanity URL. And again, as I said earlier, pages must not contain false, misleading, fraudulent, or deceptive claims or content, all right? So be careful what you have on that page. It's really all about sharing value, building up a following, creating a community on your group or on your fan page to where people actually want to be there because they feel like they're going to learn something from you and they don't feel like you're going to be pitching them all the time. And we're going to go into that strategy also.
And what's interesting about Facebook now is that, as much as they are cracking down, and you might be sitting here listening thinking, oh my gosh, if Facebook's becoming so strict and they're cracking down, why would I want to do Facebook? Well, what's interesting is that while they are cracking down on perhaps the lazy marketers or the spammy marketers or the hypey marketers, because they're cracking down on those marketers, what they are in turn doing is rewarding the marketers who are providing value and are doing it the right way. So if you're providing value, if you are in compliance, if you're not being spammy and hypey and just constantly pitchy all the time, if you're doing it the right way, you will distinguish yourself in Facebook's mind from all the poor or lazy marketers. And while they're cracking down on those bad ones, you'll be rewarded because you'll be rewarded by not being cracked down upon. And what Facebook really wants to do is weed out the bad people and get the good marketers in. So just bear that in mind always when you're producing content, when you're creating status updates and posting images and so forth. It should be about providing value, being inspirational and so forth, rather than just constantly all day long, every day, 24/7 being hypey and pitchy.
And so here's the face behind the computer, just in case some of you didn't know who we were. That's really us. So as you can see, this is just an example of our fan page. This is how we're building our business. We build it on this fan page. We've got the professional photos put up there. So take some time to really do that. One of the things that I'd like to say here is don't go out and create a fan page based around a company that you do not actually own. All right, the only time you should ever be doing a company name fan page is if you actually own that company, okay, because that'll shut you down too. If you're speaking, if somebody goes out and creates a fan page that's got Mobe in the name, you're going to get shut down because you're not Mobe, all right? Because it's going to appear that you're speaking from Mobe's voice, and you're not. So it's best to brand yourself, all right? Because, there might be a time, I don't know, what companies you guys are a part of, but there might be a time when change needs to happen, or, the company shuts down or something, and that's happened to us in the past. But guess what? We had 20, 30,000 fans. We were able to transition easily because we branded ourselves. You really want to brand yourself unless you actually own a brick and mortar business, or you're branding a product of your own that you own. So keep that in mind. It's probably one of the biggest mistakes we see people make is they're not branding themselves. You want people to come to know you, like you, and trust you. It's all about building relationships. And once you get those relationships built, which is something we work on every single day, we're on Facebook every day, checking in, interacting, building relationships. That's why people trust us when we make recommendations on something for their business, or when we join a company, or we're promoting a high converting offer. And that's why people join us, is because we've built those relationships, all right?
Absolutely. And one more thing about that is, let's say you're involved in company XYZ, and if your fan page is, Joe Blow company XYZ, and it's got like the logo of the company, and all you talk about is the company, and mind you, you might love company XYZ. You might love your company and love the products, and that's great. But if your audience is going to come to your page, they're going to see, all right, all this person is talking about is their company. Right? There's no generic value there. Like if you go to my fan page, Michelle's fan page, our group, our collective as a couple fan page, you're actually going to have a hard time maybe seeing what company we're in. What you are going to see is a lot of training and content and value. And that's the whole point. We're building our brand, as Michelle said. So what you don't want to become known as is just a one-trick pony who's only constantly promoting their company, because how is that going to be really of value to your audience? They're not going to be attracted to that, and they're going to go to your page and say, oh, he's just in company XYZ. That's all he's talking about ever. No thanks. I'm out of here. So you really have to bear in mind your potential audience, your potential prospects, and your potential leads, and what's going to be appealing to them and what they're going to want.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get into some of the fun stuff if we aren't even having fun already.
I'm having a lot of fun. Are you all having fun, by the way?
I hope so. You're probably like on information overload right now, but we're going to get through it. I promise. It's all going to make sense.
Matt Boland's having fun. I know that for sure.
I'm having fun. The chat box is having fun too.
Oh, good, good, good. All right, so let's talk about Facebook ads. And remember I said likes ads. I mean, again, we are all about building our audience, building our fan page. This is something we always look to get likes to our fan page, obviously, but we never put so much emphasis on it until recently, when Facebook about a year ago really started changing things, which they seem to be changing all the time. But we started, seeing a lot of ads get disapproved, because when people mark your ads as spam, or they don't want to see them, or they're hiding all your posts, it really gets difficult to create more Facebook ads, especially if you end up getting shut down. So we focus on building our fan base. So the very first thing, if you write something down here, is you want to focus on building up a big fan base. Now let me tell you something here. You will get a lot of information out there on how you should build your fan base. There may be some people out there that will tell you, oh, just go out there, create a likes ad, target all the people that like network marketing, and target them in a Philippines or, Egypt or something like that. And you're going to get really cheap likes. It's going to be like a penny like, or 2 pennies, or 2 cents. Here's the problem with that. You don't know, especially if you're targeting another fan page. So if you go out there and you're taking your ad and you're saying, I want to target all the people that like XYZ fan page. All right, so now Facebook is showing that ad to all the people that like XYZ fan page in, let's just say, Egypt. The problem with that is how do you know that XYZ fan page did not go out and buy their likes from Fiverr? Okay, because we all know that, I hope you know this, if you buy your likes from Fiverr, or you buy your likes from these companies that say we'll get you 1,000 likes for $50, how do you know that they aren't going to some of these countries out there that are just getting paid to click like, all right? So don't do that, all right? What I recommend, as you can see in this example here, we're targeting the people in the United States. This is one ad, all right? We have different variations here, but this particular ad is in the United States. I've got my age range set up. We're targeting one gender because I'm speaking to the female audience here. And we're targeting all the people that like social media and obviously not connected to our fan page. And third or fifth, in the desktop news feed, all right? Again, we have different likes ads running in different positions, different countries, different interests, because we're all about understanding what is converting so we can pause the ads that aren't doing well and put the money into the ads that are doing well. So again, this is speaking to an audience of women in the United States. Now, here's the deal. Notice I'm not pitching an opportunity here. I'm looking for people that want to live an abundant, powerful life, and they want to be inspired daily, and I'm looking for this particular ad for women. So I'm speaking to that audience. So when you set up your ads, make sure that you're speaking to the audience that you are targeting. I could have maybe taken this a little bit, a step further and said something about social media, since I'm targeting people in social media, which I know we have an ad like that running right now. I'm probably split testing these two as we speak with the different titles and descriptions and images to see which one's working better. But I'm trying to speak to that audience to see which one's going to get us more likes. Now, we spend about $100 a day. And I'll show you, I think it's in this next one. Nope, no, I'll show you that in a second. But we spend about $100 a day in likes because we know the value of a fan. Okay, and that is what's important, because I'm going to show you in a minute that you want to be able to target your audience. And so the quicker you can build up your fan base with legitimate likes, all right, people that actually want to be on your page, they actually want to learn from you, the quicker you can build that up, the quicker you're going to be able to get out there, create an ad that's probably going to convert a lot better than going out there and just targeting somebody who likes Tony Robbins, all right? So the goal of your likes ad is to get likes. That seems pretty obvious. Now, for those of you that are on a little bit of a tighter budget, I would say the best place to start is $10 a day. That should get you anywhere from 10 to 20 likes a day. It's somewhere to start. We started out on Facebook years ago, 4 years ago, actually 4 years ago, with $1 a day. That's all we could afford. Now, obviously, nowadays, that's equivalent to about $5 a day. It's all about building your brand, all right? You're gonna hear us say this a lot. It's brand building. Facebook is a different game. It's not like Google. It's not like Bing advertising. We are building a brand because you have to build that relationship with people, and that's why we've been able to have so much success when we're using a high converting offer. It creates a loyal following. That's very important. Also, as I said earlier, it creates that perfect audience that you can target with your ads, and that's pretty much all we do. We no longer target anybody outside of our fans. And it builds the
know, like, and trust factor. And, it's kind of interesting. It was maybe 6 months ago, a year ago, I can't remember exactly when, that we made the shift that, because, there's a lot of people that dance around with the whole, who should I target? Like Michelle said, should I target everyone that likes Tony Robbins because I'm in that kind of a niche? Or should I, target everyone that likes Frank Kern? Or should I target everyone that likes Ryan Dice? Or, so there's a whole targeting kind of dance that went on and questions. Who should I target? How should I, choose that? Well, we decided to just remove ourselves from that dance and say, let's build up our likes. Let's build up the fans on our fan page, and let's just target them. Right? We don't have to sit here and wonder and play the guessing game of who should we target. We're just going to target our own audience. And so for us, we made this very concerted decision, this conscientious effort to constantly have the likes ad going as part of just our brand building, as part of our advertising budget. We never not have a likes campaign going right now. So we're always looking to build our audience and build the amount of fans on our fan page so that when we run a different type of ad, we're just targeting our own existing audience, and it's like our own ecosystem that we've created.
Awesome. So let's talk about creating that perfect likes ad. The image is important, and again, I want to recommend that when you create your likes ad that you test different images to see what is converting better for you. It's getting you more likes for the price that you want. Speak to your customer avatar / your audience. So if you're going to target all the people that like, Tony Robbins, I keep throwing that one out there, or Frank Kern, think about who they are. I mean, if somebody likes Frank Kern, who are they? You need to make a list of who those people are and speak to them. Most likely, Frank Kern has an audience of coaching, you know, people who are coaches or they're internet marketers or they're selling high-ticket programs. You know, you need to really speak to your audience and your likes ad, and that's going to help you build that the likes on your page. Targeting is key, all right? Don't just go out there and target real estate and then, you know, get random likes to your page. If it doesn't make sense and you know that the audience who likes real estate isn't going to like what you have going on your page, then don't target that. So targeting is key, and split testing. What target works better for you in different ads? Bidding is very important. Facebook changed this, I don't know, maybe six months ago to a year ago. You always want to choose optimize for likes. Again, like I said earlier, Facebook is about objective-based advertising. So go out there and use what Facebook has set up for you. They're going to go out there and they're going to show your likes ad to the people who are most likely to click like, all right? They're actually using their fancy little algorithm. So make sure that you're always optimizing for likes. We don't know the formula, but we know that it works. I've done a lot of split testing. I've actually said, nope, I don't want to pay more than 50 cents a like, which is cost per clicks. And then I've done optimize for likes, and it turns out that I get more likes with the optimize for likes, all right? Split testing is so important. I would say that's one of the biggest reasons we've had so much success. We want to know where our money is going, all right? So if we've got one ad that's running and it's getting us likes, and we got another ad that's running with a different image and it's not getting us likes, we now know which ad that we want to keep running with. The same thing goes with the countries and the targetings and targeting. Click-through rate is something you need to always understand and look at. Click-through rate just basically means, all right, Facebook's showing your ad 1,000 times. How many people out of those 1,000 people is actually clicking that ad and clicking through? So you really want to have a high click-through rate, but that doesn't necessarily mean you've got the perfect ad. You know, anything on a likes ad that's running in the news feed, anything over 3 or 4% is really good. If it's on the right-hand side, you know, 0.8, 0.9% is really good also, okay? Cost, I would say anything under $1 for a like. If you're paying $1 a like or anything less than that, you're doing pretty good. Frequency is another thing that you want to look at. If you've created a likes ad and you're seeing, and all this can be found in your ad manager back office, all right? If you're once you create the ad, you'll see the data back there next to the ad. If your ad is starting to show more than 2 or 3 times to the same audience, then it might be time to create a new ad and freshen things up. Recently, the relevancy score just came out, and I'll go briefly into that. Basically, that just means how relevant is your ad to the audience you are targeting. 10 is going to be the best. Now, not everybody has a relevancy score in their back office yet. They're rolling this out globally as we speak. But that's another metric that you always want to be aware of. So you want to be educated on this stuff. You want to understand what these numbers mean and how it affects you and your business. So let me show you an example here. These are 6 different like ads we have running. We actually have about 60 of them we're running right now that we're just split testing. Which one is performing better? So I just took the top, 6 ads and which one are performing the best for us. So that's maybe a couple of days worth of data. So the very top one, you can see we got 121 likes. The relevancy score is about a 6. And again, just because it's not a 10 and it's a 6 doesn't mean that it's a bad performing ad. I mean, we did get 121 likes at 35 cents where it says CPA, cost per acquisition, 35 cents. Our click-through rate was 7.663. That's a really good click-through rate. So we spent about $43 to get 121 likes. That's a really good ad. So what I would end up doing is analyzing that against some of these other ads that aren't performing as well and just seeing, is it because the image, because I'm running different images against each other? Is it the targeting? Which one is doing better for us? Because that's what you're looking for in the beginning. The best performing ad or the best 2 or 3 ads, because those are the ones you want to keep running if it's getting you the results, whatever your objective is. So our objective is not leads in this ad. We're not looking to get leads. We're looking to get likes. And it looks like from this data right here, we're getting those likes at a really good price, all right? So let's talk about the next thing that we have been doing that's key to generating leads and making sales. And it's all about the content, all right? Just because you have a fan page doesn't mean you should abandon it now. I'm going to let Bill take this one over.
So content is, Facebook has shifted quite a bit, and the strategies have shifted quite a bit. And as Michelle talked about earlier, with what's now native advertising, content is king. And, you might be involved in a company, for example, where the company's link has been banned by Facebook. Like, you can't just use the company's link anymore. And what really is going on here is Facebook, again, in their effort to clean up the news feed, in an effort to improve the overall experience for the Facebook users, because Facebook wants to keep people in Facebook. And if there's a lot of annoying stuff being constantly pitched and offers and ads and all this stuff, people might get tired of Facebook and go somewhere else, CNN.com or ESPN.com or who knows what.com. They want to keep people in Facebook constantly. So content is getting more and more important. So we're doing content all the time. And so one thing that we're doing is when we create videos, instead of uploading them first to our YouTube channel and then just taking that link from the YouTube channel and creating the status updates on the fan page, we're actually uploading the video directly from our computer directly into or directly onto your fan page, your Facebook fan page. And the reason why is that Facebook wants to keep everyone within their ecosystem, right? They don't want to necessarily, if you had an outside link, they're not as excited to direct people to where you're going to click on a link to take you outside of Facebook, right? They want to keep you within that Facebook ecosystem. So we upload it directly from our computer as a status updates onto our Facebook fan page. And then we're doing very short videos. What we're also doing is, we're creating a blog post. Now, what's great about a blog post is you can have a link or an offer at the end of within the blog post, within actual blog content. So again, you're not having to create an ad where you send someone to, like, say, an offer. You can create an ad where you're sending them to check out that blog post, which is a status update on your fan page. Another big thing is that you can have free reports, checklists, PDFs, how-to videos, webinars, ebooks. These are all great things that you can do to provide to your audience and to your fans. Again, if you're providing value and you're educating them, Facebook is going to like that. They want to reward those people who are having good quality, valuable content, and they're trying to sort of weed out the people that are just pitching and spammy offers all the time. Images are really great. Lifestyle photos. Things that, if your fan page, you want it to be professional and you want it to be business oriented, but it doesn't have to be all business all the time. You can definitely share some lifestyle photos and talk about things about you and your life, because you do want people to engage with you. And part of your brand that you're building on your fan page is people getting to know you, who you are, the business person, but also just who you are, the person. Now, I don't recommend that you post photos of you, like, out on a Friday night, slugging down shots and, doing karaoke, because that probably might be the best thing. But certainly sharing aspects of your lifestyle that could still be construed as professional is a great thing to do. And, images are also images will capture people's attention as well. So if you have any kind of a status update or a post that has an image attached, that's always better than simply just text. And finally, you want to post 3 to 5 times a day throughout the day. You never know if you have an audience, say, of 1,000 fans, you have no idea really, just on the surface, when they might be looking or when they might be seeing your stuff in the news feed. They might be morning people, they might be at work all day, they might be on Facebook at night. So if you spread out your posts throughout the day 3 to 5 times a day, you're going to maximize the amount of opportunities that your audience and fans have to see your content.
And one of the things that I want to add here for those of you that are hopefully still with us is if you create content and you use some of these examples, you can actually go into your Insights panel of your fan page and then go under Posts and click on that. Like, say you did a blog post or you uploaded a video, you can click directly on that in your Insights panel, and you can get some data that's really helpful that'll tell you how many people are hiding all your posts, how many people are marking your post as spam, how many people are unfollowing you. It's great information for you to really gauge and see how well you're doing on your fan page, or maybe how annoying you're being, which I know none of you are going to be doing that after this webinar, but it's all about providing value. So always make sure that you're looking at that on your fan page. It's in the Insights panel, which is a lot of people don't know about that. They see it up there, but they don't know how to use it. So get back there. I want to encourage you to and see what's going on. And then, as Bill was saying, like, we just gave you those examples on content, and that's going to lead us into how we get past this organic reach issue. So if you look at this, and then, we probably should have brought this up in the very beginning, because most of you probably yelled this and said, well, gosh, I'd rather use my personal page because with my fan page, I don't reach anybody. Well, the truth is, yes, that's exactly what's happening, but that doesn't mean your personal page is getting more reach. It's just that here is you're not utilizing the tools that Facebook gives you to actually reach more people. So organic just means you post a status update on your fan page. How many people are you reaching? So if you have fewer than 1,000 fans, you're reaching about 25% of your fans. You got 1,000 to 10,000, you're reaching about 13.8% of your fans. 10,000 to 50,000, 10%. 50,000 to 100,000, 9.8%. More than 100,000, 7.8%. Now, again, when back in the day when we started our fan page, I felt like we were reaching all of our fans. As Facebook evolves, as Facebook changes, as Facebook says the news feed is too competitive now, we're going to make you work a little harder for it, which is completely fine with me because we see a lot of marketers leave the game, and it just, it makes the competition less. So how do we get around it? This is what we do for engagement, is to get more eyeballs on our actual status updates. We create page post engagement ads. So basically when we create this, we're looking to get more likes, more shares, and more comments on our status updates. Again, this is not the strategy yet to generate leads. This is about getting engagement. So all these pieces that we're showing you here tonight of the ads that we use, they all go hand in hand together, all right? They're all part of the car that's going to make it move smoothly and make it go fast, and this is obviously going to make you successful in your business. So we use this to get more likes. We use this to increase our brand awareness. We want people to get to know us, like us, and trust us. You're going to hear that a lot. So this is going to increase the brand awareness. Not only that, it's going to sprinkle value out to our fans instead of just, getting hit by our ads that are pitching, our high converting product. It's not all about that. It's all about also getting the value in front of them. So some of our money is allocated towards, creating that engagement. I've already talked about to build the know, like, trust factor. So here's an example. Now, with the high converting offer, here is a great example of how, this is what we've done, of how we get eyeballs on what we are doing in our business, okay? So we did this video in Costa Rica.
Mexico.
And we were in Costa Rica, but now this is a Mexico video. And we basically have created a status update, and this is one that we ran for a really long time, and it says, want to know a little bit more about us and our success. We recorded and shared this video back in May of 2014. That date is wrong. It was actually August. Our story has resonated and impacted so many who were in the same boat as us, but we were too afraid to make a change. If this video resonates with you or inspires you, then I encourage you to click on the link below to learn more today. Well, guess what? If you were to click on that link, that's going to go to a capture page that we created, that's going to go to this high converting offer that we have been promoting on Facebook to have so much success, all right? It's not going to the company one, it's going to the one that we pretty much duplicated. We put our own spin on it, our own wording to it. But see how this looks a lot more conversational. It's not as pitchy. It's actually us sharing with our fans what we're up to. Again, we're targeting our fans in this particular ad. This is a page post engagement ad. So we're just looking to get more engagement on that. So right now I'm going to let Bill talk to you about the actual process that we take. So for those of you that want to generate leads, or you want to get more eyeballs on your offer, or to get more brand awareness, I want you to listen carefully because this is how we structure our videos.
So there's a 3-step process to doing videos with Facebook. And first of all, just so you know, when you're doing, that video that we had there was more like a branding type video as a professional videographer that was flown in. So it was a lot went involved in that particular video. But generally speaking, when you're just doing, like, say, your talking head type videos, which is just you in front of a camera sharing a little bit of value, you want to, make them very quick. All right, so you want to make them, we're talking like 2 to 3 minutes tops, maybe even like under 2 minutes if you can, because you have to imagine, think about your own attention span when you're on Facebook. All right, so your audience, they have about the same attention span as you do, which is we all have the attention span of like a mosquito these days, right? We're not, we're not in tune to anything for very long. And the reason is, the prospects, our audience, your audience is being bombarded with distractions more than ever before. And as we've talked about, the Facebook news feed is just very competitive. And just think about all the stuff that you see in your Facebook news feed now as well right now. It's your own news feed. So what you have to start with, the very first step in the process, is a pattern interrupt. And if you don't know what a pattern interrupt is, it's basically, it's something that's going to interrupt what they're doing. So you could ask a question. You could really real quick just be like, hey, are you looking to generate more leads, right? Or, hey, are you struggling right now with generating leads? I'm struggling right now to think of a pattern interrupt. But you get up, you ask a question, all right? And the reason why you want to ask a question is because essentially you have about a 10-second window at the start of your video where your prospect is going to sit there and decide to themselves, do I want to keep watching this video or not? All right? So the pattern interrupt is what's going to immediately grab them in and hook them and make them basically realize, like, okay, yeah, I want to do that. And the reason why you want to ask a question is because it's kind of a tricky thing for the human brain to ignore a question. And by asking that question, you're going to capture their focus, and by capturing their focus, it's basically setting up for what's going to happen next, which is, I already said that, 10-second window, ask a question. It's going to segue into step 2, which is what I call the meat, all right, the meat of the video. Now, you want people to watch, you want them to not only watch, but to benefit from your video. And frankly, people want to benefit from your video. If you have a compelling headline and you have a really good pattern interrupt, your audience is then, if you got them hooked, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, give me something, teach me, I want to benefit, right? They're now curious, they're now eager, you now have captivated them. They're going to want to get something cool. So your video, basically, it can't be all about you, all right? Don't sit there and now talk about how great you are or how wonderful you are or how wonderful your offer is or how great a salesperson you are or how great your company is. What you want to do is actually talk about them, or at least speak to them, right? So talk about them more than you talk about yourself. And more than just talking about them, you really want to talk about what their desired outcome is. What is the audience? What are they looking to gain? What is their pain right now? What are they looking to solve? Do they want more leads? Do they want more customers? Do they want to get better at Facebook? Do they want to be able to sell online? Like, what is it that their desired outcome is? And then you want to show them, so you want to talk about their desired outcome, and you want to basically show them the path of how they can get there. So the meat of the video is basically talking about them and their desired outcome and the path that they can take to get there. And then finally, the third step is to have a call to action. Now, every video should have one purpose and one purpose only. All right? If you do a video where at the end of the video there's like maybe a couple different possible things. You could say, now click on my blog to learn more about me, and also opt in here so that you can get my 10-step blueprint, and then also there's this thing over here where you can learn about my object. If you have like too many things there in front of them, a confused brain, instead of actually deciding which decision to make, a confused brain makes no decisions. And I want you to write that down. A confused brain makes no decision at all. Basically, if you have a foggy call to action, or if there's going to be a few different things going on in this video, maybe a few possible different calls to action, the brain, the person watching, will be like, oh, what's going on here? What's the point? What should I do? This, that, the other. And as soon as they're confused, instead of clicking on and moving forward, they retract backwards and they get off your video. Right? They'll now click off your video and they'll go back to their news feed. They'll go back to watching The Voice. They'll go back to ESPN.com. They get off Facebook, whatever it is. Right? So a confused brain makes no decisions at all. Do not confuse them. Right? Have one clear-cut call to action. So there's going to be, you want to direct them what to do next. Now, a call to action, you could have a few different calls. I mean, your one call to action, it could be several different things. It could be to sell them an offer. It could be to get them to register for a webinar like you're on tonight. It could be to get them to opt in and become a lead. right? It could be to make a sale, right? There could be several different possible purposes of what your call to action does, but you can only have one distinct purpose, right? So no matter what, in order to get them to do what you want them to do, you need to ask them with the call to action. But you can't just ask them. You also need to have a very beneficial reason why, right? How are they going to benefit? What's the purpose for them? How are they going to benefit from this? And more importantly, why now, right? Because you want them to not only click, but you want them to click now. So you got to make your call to action unique from all of your competitors. Again, you have a very competitive news feed. There's a lot of competition out there. You have to distinguish yourself from your competition. So instead of just saying what everyone says, which is click here, right? Try using different words other than click here. You could tell them specifically what they get when they click. So if you are to say click here, say click here now to access your 7-step blueprint on how to become a badass, right? Click here now to get your 5 reasons, your 5-step
formula to create massive success online.
There you go, your 5-step formula. And try doing different words. Again, look what your competition is doing and try to do something different. So maybe it's download now to get immediate access to. Grab your blah, blah, blah here now. Grab your ebook now. Definitely give them a beneficial reason as to why they should take that next step in the call to action. Give them the reason why they should do it now, and literally let them know what they're going to get, and do it by distinguishing yourself with different words, unique words. Go to one of my favorite news sites is thesaurus.com. I feel like I'm on thesaurus.com like 32 times a day. All right, get creative. Be a little different and distinguish yourself from all the different competition on Facebook right now, and you'll have much more success. You'll have greater conversions. You'll get more leads, get more sales, and ultimately get more freedom, which is what we all want with our business.
Absolutely. And so up till now, you have seen the types of ads that we are running to build that solid foundation, get more brand awareness, get more engagement, because that's really ultimately what's going to get people to click on something which is going to generate you leads, and from there, generating leads is part of the lifeblood of your business, because if you can build a list, you can start making sales. They say that if you have, every subscriber is worth $1 a month in your business. So if you've got 500 leads or 500 subscribers on your list, you should be making $500 a month, provided you are, and it's something we aren't covering in this webinar, but I'm going to go ahead and drop it here, provided you are actually following up with your leads. Oftentimes people will do something like a solo ad, and they're like, oh, I didn't make any conversions. Well, the reason why is probably because you're missing something. You have a hole in your follow-up technique. So follow-up has been very big for us. Again, that's a whole other training webinar on how we do that. But you want to always be building your list, generating leads. So this is the type of ad that we run. It's a website conversion ad that generates us upwards of 100, 120 leads a day, okay? So it's all about lead generation. So this is the type of ad you want to be using if you want to generate leads. Now, a lot of you are saying, yes, this is all I care about is generating leads. Again, you're not going to have a whole lot of success on Facebook unless you're doing all those other things we talked about before, because you have to have a fan page still to run these types of ads. So with a website conversion ad, as I mentioned earlier, you need to have conversion tracking pixels installed. So what we do is we create one in our ad manager back office. We create a lead tracking pixel, and we take that little pixel and we put it on we either use lead pages or ClickFunnels, and we put that little pixel on there. So now Facebook can actually optimize this ad for conversions, which our conversion we're looking for are leads. And now we can track which ad is generating us the most leads. Again, a bonus to it, it's going to increase your brand awareness because you're going to run these ads in the news feed also, okay? So you're going to be in front of people in the news feed. It also increases engagement, which is another bonus to it. But again, don't be confused here. This is all about lead generation. So here's an example of one of the ads that we have running. Again, this one's a little bit more about brand awareness and to get the person on our list. And then from there, we do a lot of follow-up. We invite them to webinars, to hopefully buy in to the high-converting offer that we promote. And again, this is a little bit different, but we're generating leads here, all right? This is a way around not having to actually promote the high converting offer on Facebook, which could potentially maybe get us banned or get our ad account shut down. Instead, we've created a free offer. We're giving away a free cheat sheet. And again, we're going to give that to you at the end. But we're giving away something for free. People love free stuff if they know it can help them in their business. So if you were a fan of ours and you loved us and you saw this and you thought, wow, they're going to give this to me for free, and you said, you know what, I will gladly give them my name and email address so I could get this free report. Now, whether you stay on our list or not is kind of up to you, but the majority of people will probably stay on your list if you keep following up with them with value, and then you sprinkle in offers to them, build that relationship. So again, all we did here is we installed a tracking pixel or a lead conversion pixel on this page right here in this status update. We have this ad running. It's targeting our fan, our 70-something thousand fans, and our other fan pages that we have. We're targeting that audience. They already know we're about teaching people how to build things on Facebook businesses, so guess what? They're probably not going to find this annoying or spammy. Now, sure, there's some, I think we have a couple of let's hide all Michelle and Bill's posts and, you know, let's not like their page anymore. But that's okay to get some of that, all right? Don't beat yourself up if you go into your insights panel and you see that. But bottom line is we're giving something away here so we can follow up with them in our email list. And this is one of the ways that we generate a lot of leads. And so when you create that ad, Facebook, and this is how it looks in the mobile news feed. So if you're on your mobile device and we're targeting you, this is what you're going to see, all right? So once you start generating those leads, Facebook's going to track that. So here's what it looks like. So the very top ad there, some metrics here, or we've gotten 33 leads from this one. I think this ran for, you know, a day or two. 33 leads, we paid 95 cents a lead. It's got a 10 relevancy score, and that's because we're targeting our audience who is interested in Facebook because they're on our fan page for that reason. And we spent $31 to get 33 leads. I will pay $1 all day long for a lead, all right? You think about what you're paying. If you know your numbers and you're actually tracking that, you're going to find a lot of people out there are paying a lot more than $1 a lead, all right? I mean, I'll pay up to $10 a lead because I know what a lead is worth to us in our business. So again, it's important that you become more educated on knowing your numbers. And I know our good buddy Matt Lloyd has really pushed us to know our numbers. You know what we are getting. How many leads are you generating? How much did it cost you? How much is each lead worth to you? How much is each buyer worth to you? How much did it cost you to get that buyer, all right? It's important to know these things, so I want to encourage you guys to educate yourself on that. But these are pretty much, as you can see, our metrics here. That's why the conversion tracking pixel is very important to put on your pages when you're looking to generate leads. You need to know where your money's going. So if I were to go further down and show the rest of these metrics, there's probably some ads down there at the bottom that I'm going to pause, and I'm going to take that budget, that money I had into those ads, and put them up into the one that's generating us the most leads, okay? Because that's how you want to scale your business. All right, if you got a winner of an ad, it's generating you leads, you're making sales, then you want to put more money into that and scale up. So the clicks to website ads, I went ahead and added this in here. You got to be really careful with this one. I'm going to tell you how we use it, but clicks to website ads, most people use this to drive traffic to their offers, and most companies' landing pages are not in compliance, or it's what Facebook doesn't want to see, and they're going to deny your ad. So how we use clicks to website ads, and I'll show you an example in a second, is to actually drive traffic to our offers. So for example, like Bill said, we might do a video that's giving some sort of value, but then at the end, we're talking about the offer and what they can get that's going to either generate us leads or make sales. So one of the things that we might do with the offer that we promote, we might talk about the benefits of having a one-on-one coach, okay, or the benefits of having a phone sales team actually call and close your leads. We might talk about those things in a video, a very short video, and then talk to the audience and say, look, if this sounds like something that you want to do in your business, that you don't want to call your own leads, or you want a phone sales team closing your leads for you into, $9,000, $15,000, $30,000 offers, then make sure that you click on this link to get access to the video that's going to show you exactly how you can do that. So that's how we get around getting those ads approved, all right? We use this clicks to website ads. We drive traffic to our blog posts. So this is somewhat native advertising. Bill might go out there and write a blog post on, how to overcome objections. And then we might loop that into, an offer. So when somebody's reading that blog post, they can click to learn more about our company that we're working with or our offers. Again, drive traffic to sites outside of Facebook is exactly what you're doing with the clicks to website ad. And this type of ad runs in the news feed and on the right-hand side of Facebook. But the only thing that you need to be aware of is, and we rarely run these on the right-hand side, is you lose the call to action button that'll show up in that ad. So here's an example of it. So a salesperson and a marketer, you probably already know that throughout the sales process there will always be objections, but the question still remains, what is the best way on how to overcome objections? Now we're getting a lot of clicks on this. It's driving traffic when someone clicks that call to action button below the image, learn more. When they click that, they're going to a blog post and a video that's talking about how to overcome objections, and then Bill is presenting or exposing them to the offer, all right? This is how we get these approved. So if you're part of a business that you're having trouble getting those ads approved, this is the way around it. So we love those call to action buttons, but they don't show up on the right-hand side of Facebook, so we typically only run these type of ads in the newsfeed, and this is what the desktop one looks like also. And what's great about it is they can also like your page from this ad. So it appears that we're driving traffic. I mean, we're only keeping this inside of Facebook, but it actually, if somebody were to click on this, they're going outside of Facebook. All right? So that's pretty much all the different ads that we are running. We told Matt that we wanted to share with you guys because I know this is a lot of information to consume, but we wanted to share this cheat sheet with you guys. If you go to that URL right there, it's there. You don't even have to opt in. Don't worry. I'm not putting you on our list or anything, although we'd love for you to be there. But it's basically,
we're going to start bombarding with offers as soon as you click on this link.
We are not. Don't listen to them. So basically, if you click on that, we'll give, it's going to be a little bit more detail for you in writing, some examples of how to create these ads, a little bit more of how to. I think it'll really help you out a lot. When it comes to, being successful on Facebook, getting your ads disapproved. We totally get it. A lot of people out there are not getting them approved. They're frustrated. They're getting their accounts shut down. And that's what we wanted to share with you tonight. I mean, how did we build this business? One, it's so important to have an offer that actually converts. We are a testimonial to that that we are part of the system or a business that converts. And you can do it successfully, just like we have actually shown you tonight. So as we wrap this up, it's very important that you do have a fan page, all right? Hopefully we made that very clear to you tonight. Follow-up, we didn't touch on that a lot because, again, that's a whole nother training. Follow-up is key. Don't leave money on the table by generating leads or getting fans to your page and getting them engaged and not actually following up with them. Building relationships is so important, all right? So for those of you that know us, know that we take time to get to know you. If you reach out to us, we may not be perfect. We may miss an email or something, but for the most part, we are definitely there and available, and we'll gladly help out. If you're there reaching out and just asking questions or want to interact with us. We provide daily content, all right? This is so important. Make sure you're always providing content on your fan page, in your emails. Give value. You want to keep people around, and you want to make sure that they want to stay with you because you are giving value. That doesn't mean you got to give away everything for free. Of course, do what we're doing where we're wrapping in offers through those clicks, through the conversion website ads that we do. Get yourself a high converting offer. This is the fuel that's going to make your car go, all right? So if you're out there promoting something that's not hot or it's not converting, it's going to make it a little bit, if not a lot more difficult for you. So as marketers ourselves, this is what we look for. We look for these high converting offers because that is what works on Facebook. So Matt, we're pretty much finished with this presentation. I mean, we'd love for you to come out and chat a little more and go from there. I hope everybody enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of incredible content, Michelle and Bill, both of you guys. We really appreciate that. Could you just back up maybe one or two slides to the yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to type that into the chat box for everybody there. I just because
it probably takes everybody about an hour to spell that last name.
No worries at all. So I'm going to paste this right in the chat box for you guys. and you should be good to go. I know I had a couple people ask about that, so you should all see that now in the chat box. And replays, I had a couple people ask about the replays. We will try and make those available for you by tomorrow. They will be posted to the Mobe Facebook groups, also sent out via email broadcast. If you guys have any trouble finding them, just go ahead and ask the person that sent you the link to this webinar. Okay, they should be pretty well aware of where the replay is. So if you missed any of this content, I know it was a lot of great stuff. I had some people writing in the chat box saying they were taking down notes as quick as they could, and you know, I was doing my best to try and answer some questions there as well. And you know, we'll take you know, just a couple minutes of questions here. If you guys have them, go ahead and pop them in the chat box. We are going to be a little bit cautious on the time. I know we could probably go for hours if we wanted to, or if we really answered all the questions, but we'll take just a few now. So if you guys would go ahead and pop those in the chat box for us, that would be excellent. I know a lot of people saying great presentation. I had actually somebody mention that they found the engagement content pretty informative, that they tend to see a lot of likes to their Facebook pages but weren't really getting that action drummed up, and they found that particular section pretty informative too.
Yeah, that really helps because, again, organic reach is down, and if you can create, at least always have a page post engagement ad running. That's something I didn't mention. We always have these ads running, constantly. So that increases the engagement on your page.
Yeah, definitely. I just had a couple questions come in about content. People asking where you find the best places are to source the content from, or if it always has to be about the same general information.
It's about understanding your market. So for us, anything we learn, we are very much a student also. So if we go to big, like mastermind events, we take notes and we come back and we share with our audience, because our audience is about building a home-based business. They're about doing it via Facebook. So anything we learn, we keep our finger on the pulse of what's going on in the Facebook industry, and we're just constantly sharing that stuff, obviously giving credit where credit's due. Things that we discover ourselves. It's just being in the game. That's what's important. And then sharing that with your audience. We tell a lot of coaching students that when we're at masterminds, they should all be taking pages and pages of notes and going back and sharing that in videos.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that people fail to do when they go to events is turn what they learn or turn their notes into content. And it's actually probably the easiest thing you can do. It just boils down to that whole learn, do, teach. As soon as you learn something, just turn around and spit that out and create content about it. And whether it's a 2-minute video or a 1-page blog post or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just create that content about your own process, your own little journey, what you learned yesterday, what you read today. You talked to a mentor the other day and you took away these 2 tips. Turn that all into content right when it's fresh in your mind too. Don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect moment or when you can articulate it perfectly. Just immediately spit it out in content and get it out there.
Yeah, that's great stuff too, guys. Somebody else just wrote in, if several different people in different businesses follow these guides, will this look old or get stale? And absolutely not. With the scope and the depth of the Facebook audience, there's a lot of meat on the bone there.
There's only 1 billion people on Facebook, so and like only 20% of people ever take action, or 10%. So imagine if there's like 1,500 people on this webinar, literally about 10% of you are actually going to take action and start following this stuff. So no, it'll never get saturated. I firmly believe that it won't.
Yeah, great point. A couple of questions about pixels, guys. Pixel is just a small line. It's a small bit of invisible code that gets put on a page, and it just helps you to track, all right? And that's given to you by whichever system you're using for that tracking. So if you're going to be using Facebook will provide you with that, and it probably sounds more complex than it really is, but it's just really a small bit of code that gets pasted onto a page. That's really it. And somebody asked for a beginner's guide, and I think that the cheat sheet that I posted, the link in the chat box there, that's definitely a good start for you, and a good resource would be this webinar replay for sure. So is there one more question, guys? I'll take this one here. I know I do see this sometimes, but is there any reason to create a group rather than a fan page? So what's your thoughts on that?
We do have a group also that we run, but you still got to go. You can't use Facebook ads to get the person to that group. I mean, I guess you could do a page post engagement ad and tell people to click on the link to join your group, but I mean, it's kind of an extra step. You might as well just get them to your fan page. But absolutely, we utilize groups. It's not part of our marketing method. It's more about just building relationships with people and, helping them out and providing some value in there and letting them know what's going on in our business and then how we can help them in theirs also. So it's not our main strategy, but absolutely.
Can we edit that? We can show them you're on the partner group.
That's fine.
We have a group that you can all join if you want.
Yeah.
You have to find it, though.
Yeah, I think the two different targets there, and two different abilities for sure. But all great stuff. And this, I'll just say it again. I still get a couple more questions coming in, but the replay will be made available. So we're not going to go back and to any particular slides or anything like that. But this will be made available for you guys. And I think Michelle and Bill, did a really good job there laying the foundation for us of exactly what we'd need in order to, both create and run profitable Facebook campaigns. So now that we really have the ability to use that and turn on Facebook ads, turn that switch on as an additional source of traffic for our business, we really do need that one thing to promote. And, like Michelle had mentioned, it's really, we're not just looking for that anything to promote. We need that great product that's part of a high converting, high-paying and fully tested funnel. And there's good news and bad news there. And really, the bad news is there really aren't as many of these funnels as there should be. But the good news is that we have one for you. So Mobe, I know a lot of you guys here on this call are involved with Mobe and have heard of it before. But it's my top tier business, or it's MTTB for short. And I'm going to go ahead and paste the link in the chat box for you guys to go ahead and check out my top tier business. And we definitely encourage you to give it some thought. If you're not already a member of Mobe or My Top Tier Business, then essentially what you're getting with My Top Tier Business, it's a simple 21-step training program that will show you exactly how to go ahead and make your first $1,000, $3,000, and $5,000 commissions online. And it's comprised of short, easy to watch videos and webinars. The content is really easy to work through and digest. And with MTTP, you also get a personal one-on-one coach, and it's one of the Mobe top-tier coaches that's literally going to work with you and be available to answer your questions and walk you through every step of the training. So the MTTP program, it also comes with a professional phone sales team, and they go ahead and actually follow up and call all of your leads for you and go ahead and make these phone sales. So it's really, it's one of the only complete systems online that you'll find that really offers, the complete done-for-you aspect, the entire sales funnel and, the commissions that are paid out, $1,000, $3,000, and $5,000 commissions. You just really don't find those many other places online. So I did go ahead and paste that in the chat box there, and I could see, Michelle and Bill were typing it out there too, but it's mttbsystem.com/letter. Go ahead and check that out. And now, generally, I know a lot of you guys have probably heard of things like this before, and generally, the price tag that comes along with them is pretty steep. If you're not talking a couple $1,000s, you're usually up into the couple $100 range. $297, $197, and really, my top tier business is a fraction of that. So you're going to get one of the best programs in the industry, and really, it's a very, very favorable cost. So go ahead and check that out. If you guys have any questions, you can definitely, you can ask somebody that's in Mobe. The person that sent you to this webinar would probably be a good place to start. And if you guys are already in Mobe, the Mobe Facebook groups is also a good place to go as well, and really give you the ability to go ahead and communicate with like-minded individuals. So, Michelle and Bill, over $518,000 in the last year. It's safe to say that they're doing a few things right here, and I think they shared some of them with us here on the call. And it's really in our best interest to go ahead and pick that up and run with it. So,
and I encourage everyone to definitely check it out. And like I said, I mean, it's worth it for you to take a look. At least go there, click on the link, take a look at it. Because the investment to even pull back the curtains and see what it's all about is totally worth it, especially if you're on the fence about where you are, you feel good, you don't have that high converting offer. I think it's one of the, obviously we do it, and we recommend it. It's the only thing that we recommend as far as a business model that we feel comfortable promoting because it does convert. We call it that high converting offer. It converts. We wouldn't still be here if we didn't know that it converts. And we love the aspect of the one-on-one coach. We don't have to talk to the leads. We plug them in. We focus on the traffic, get them through the door. The coach calls and they get that one-on-one coach, professional phone sales team, like you said, to call all your leads, and we love it. I mean, it's amazing, and now that we've showed you how we do the traffic, you should really take a look and see.
Definitely. It was not quite a year ago that we got involved, and we took a little bit of leap of faith. We actually didn't really know we didn't have all the questions answered, or we didn't know all the details, but we just took a leap of faith and joined Mobe. So it's worked out phenomenally for us, but don't take our word for it. Check it out for yourself. If you like it, great. If not, no big deal. It's worked phenomenal for us. There's countless other success stories. We got people working with us having tons of success. It is a great system. But like I said, don't take our word for it. Click on that link and check it out for yourself. Worst case scenario, if you don't like it, you get a refund. If you do like it, you get a coach, you get a 21-step blueprint, you get a phone sales team, and you have kind of a done-for-you, really like it, wrapped, business in a box, done for you system that really encapsulates everything that you would need right now as someone trying to build an online business. So definitely check it out if that's something that you're open to.
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect, guys. And if you guys here on this call, if you enjoyed this content, if you found it informative, go ahead and put that in the chat box. Let us know what you think real quick before we go ahead and wrap this up. And I thought it was great. Like I said, in particular, some of the engagement stuff and also the compliance issues. I mean, if you're non-compliant and you get your account shut down, you really don't stand a chance anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this link in the chat box one more time for MTTB. And like Bill and Michelle both said, there are some other success stories there actually on that page. So go ahead and check them out. I know they're up over $500,000, and Mobe in general's paid out over $21 million in commissions up to this point. So there's a lot out there for you. So go ahead and check that out. Michelle and Bill, I appreciate you guys taking some time to join us here on the call. The comments, they're moving fast, but excellent content, awesome presentation. Thanks, very informative. It was excellent. Good job. So awesome. Super info. Thanks. Great introduction. Excellent. Thank you for taking time to share your expertise. There's just, way too many comments for me to even get to here, but I think it's safe to say that everybody really enjoyed this content, and I did as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
We know you've got a lot of things you could be doing tonight. I think The Voice is on, maybe even Celebrity Apprentice, who knows. So we appreciate your time, the fact that you chose to spend the last hour and a half with us. So, again, thank you for your time, everybody. It's been fun for us, very enjoyable. We had to go fast. I know we speak fast, we talk fast, went through those slides fast because we had to. It's already an hour and a half now, and if we didn't go fast, we'd be here for like 3 hours, and no one wants to listen to us for 3 hours.
I would. Thanks, guys. Thanks again, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. We had a great crowd tonight, and I appreciate everyone taking some time to contribute.
Awesome. Thanks for hosting, Matt.
All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.